Hi everybody, it's Tommy Jo from Bird Street Studio, and I'm here to do Roxy's Weekly Challenge 2026 Week 12. And as you know, I normally don't do Rachel's challenges unless I think it's something that I could use, but I thought this was kind of interesting. And I had some papers that I needed to use up, which is kind of what she was um, doing in this mass make. She was using up some old papers from a previous project that she did. And I did have some papers that have been sitting here and I need to use them up. So I kind of thought I could put a twist on it and participate. So that's what I'm going to do. I also did a flip through of an envelope journal that I'm going to have tagged onto the end of this that you might want to stay and watch. Again, it was using papers from a previous project, and I think you might like it. So anyways, let's move forward. Basically, what Rachel did is she was making large journal cards, and she was using her glue papers. Well, I use these papers to glue on, okay? So I wouldn't use those, but I have taken apart a book because I'm altering it, and I have some pages left, and I can't really use them because of I don't know, the stuff that's in them kind of are medical and I don't know. So it's okay to cover those up. And these are the papers that I have. Some are duplicates and they go vertical instead of like horizontal for journals. So I thought I could use these up. I think a couple of these are duplicates like these. Anyways, I thought we could use them. But basically, what Rachel did is she just took these papers, her leftover papers, and she folded them in half. And then she put them around a page, kind of like this. But this would be cut down a little bit. So I thought we'd kind of try to alter that. Basically, that's what she did. She put those around like this. They were cut to size or whatever, and then she decorated them, and they were, like this. But I wouldn't necessarily use a card like this. I would want writing space, so we're going to do that. So knowing that my journals are, I thought what I would do is cut a couple of the papers, trim off this white space that's on them, and I can do that with my new cutter. Love it. And I thought I would cut off some of the white space that's on here, and we would try to make the same thing, but then we'll add some writing space on the back or something like that. So it then becomes an item that I would in fact use in my journals. And I apologize for the puppies. There's some commotion going on outside across the street from me. So they're kind of very interested in all the people. So let me go close the door. I'll be right back. I'm back, and I brought the puppies in here, so hopefully they won't bark. So let's see. So we've got one that has this picture, got another one here. And I don't really know how I'm going to cut these down because they're obviously too large for any of the journals. Maybe I would cut them in half for any of the journals that I would make. My journals normally are 8.5 by 5.5, kind of, because I just fold the papers. 8.5 by 11-inch papers folded in half. So obviously, then the covers are, like maybe 9 by 6 or something like that. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I think we had ones that had a couple of flowers. And this one's sideways, so this one is horizontal. So this might work better for me. These papers have been hanging out on I have a little area, a little like plastic unit with drawers over here, and and I keep, when I work, I set my papers over there and my scraps over there. And after I put scraps away, if I have full size sheets left, I leave them there. And these have been on there for a long time. So I think it's time to use them up. And then I think this paper, these are all the same. So I'll put those aside and we'll use this one. And I know these are all the same color, and Rachel's were, you know how Rachel, if you watch Rachel's channel, you know that she has some beautiful papers. They're all Italian designs or collage Italian papers and stuff. They're just gorgeous. But those are her scraps and these are mine. And I know these are all the same kind of color, but I guess it depends on how you decorate them. You can change them up a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. Okay, so we've cut them all down this way. And I think that if I make them any different, I can just use a tear ruler or something. So this one though, I think, let me see how big these pages are. It'll work, but I want to have some of the text showing. So, and she calls these large journal cards. So I don't want to make them too small. See, like I don't need to show that word blood. So what I'm thinking is, like this would be pretty here. So if I want some of this paper to show, some of this text, not a lot, just a little, then I need this to be double. So I need this to be 8 inches. Okay, so if I make it 8 inches, that means I would tear it right around here. And I want it to be just a hair smaller than that. So let's make it 7 and I'm looking at the lines on my ruler. I know you can't see that, but, and then height wise, it can be a little bit smaller or larger. So let's make it about like this. Okay. And then you would just fold this in half. Put your paper in here. Okay. And then that's pretty much what she used as a journaling card. Okay. Which is pretty. Either side is pretty. But I would want some journaling space. So I'm going to hold on to this because this is a good collage piece. And you know that I keep page numbers. So I'll keep that. And these I'll keep for stamping or using on the backs. Because you can actually take these, if you want journaling space, and just cut them and line them up and you would have then journaling space. But let's go ahead and glue this together because I love this. This so far so good. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to just put glue on this whole piece. Am I in camera with my glue? Not really, but I'll try to get in as far as I can here. And I'm not putting glue on the paper because the paper hangs out beyond this. So I want to just put it on this. There. Pretty much that's what she did. It's pretty, huh? Let's see how tall it is. Okay, so it's a little over 7 inches, so that's okay. Um, and I like that she left some text around the outside, which we did. So I'm just going to do a couple more. And I'm thinking that this here, I think I could divide this in half. I think something like this. Oh, I cut too much off of that. But you know what? I think I can just cut this down a little bit. I did cut a little too much off because these are supposed to be large journaling cards and I'm already making them very small. Let's see if we have enough. Now, yes, we do. If we do it that way, that'll work. Good. And then we can just trim this off like right here. Perfect. So I hope everybody's doing okay. Our weather is finally changing. My girlfriend was here for the weekend and we went, I posted on Instagram that I film ahead, so my Instagram will be outdated by the time you see this. But my grandson's wife came over. She was on spring break and we went out to lunch with her Friday and had wonderful lunch. And I loved seeing her. It was so nice. But anyways, my girlfriend was here, so she got to meet her. And we just hung out and visited, which was nice. Okay, there's one. But I think we could make a small one like this. As long as we don't trim it too small. I think I will do it this way and we'll take, I want that to hang out just a little bit. Then how much am I going to take off? Maybe about that much. Oh yeah, that'll be perfect. Okay, and then we'll take this. Perfect. Anyways, it was a good weekend, but it was a little chilly here in Florida. And I don't know, we had a cold spell go through. It wasn't cold by any means. It just meant like at nighttime when I took the puppies out, I would have to put my sweater on. But I went out in my bare feet and my nightgown, so it couldn't have been that cold. But by daytime, it was, up in the 60s or something, and now it's getting up around 80. So that's nice. Oh, I put that in upside down. Do we care? No, I don't care. Okay, let's find another one. Let's do another tall one. And we want to do it about I kind of like this, so I think I want to use that. So let's make this about 7 inches. That would be a tall one, huh? And we'll save this for collage. Let's get another paper. That's cool because I can use this paper up, but let's do it right side up this time. Well, it's going to be hard to get all text in there, so let's save the number and we will keep some text on the outside here a little bit. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then we will take a little bit off of here. And a little bit off of here. And we'll just save the page number down there. That'll work. Yeah, that will work. Anyways, I started printing out papers. Cheryl Francis Art, she had a bundle of papers you could get for like $5. So of course we signed up for that. Anyways, one of them was called Ornamental Decorative something. I don't know what it was. But they are, I got something on that paper that's causing a bump. Oh, you know why? Because I used hot glue on there. So I got a lump. Okay, much better. Anyways, one of the designs was called like ornamental decorative something. She's got them all like abbreviated, so I'm not really sure. I just kind of guess at what I think they're called based on the abbreviations. And that's how I put them in my filing on my computer. Ooh, I need a new glue stick. Anyways, I loved them. So I started printing them out. And I'm going to use them to make my idea book, I think. I had a journal started, but I wasn't crazy over it. But let me show you. Did I do that upside down? I did again. Okay. Tommy, you need to just get with it. Let me show you these papers real quick. Look at these papers. Aren't they beautiful? And then I started putting them, look at this. And she does half papers, so I just put 2 of them together like this. I put one on this side and then I flipped it and put it on the other side. But they are so pretty. And then this is something I made Rachel's. But I love these papers and I thought, oh, I think I would love to make this my idea book. So, ooh, this one looks like it's upside down. Oh yeah, it looks like it should be like that. So anyways, that's what I'm working on. And I'll probably do that on screen. Um, we just need to finish the video for our Asian journal, and then you will see that. Let me grab another glue stick, just a minute. I'm going to save this because I always dig out the glue. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Since I'm putting them all upside down, that's upside down, that's upside down, that's right side up, and that's right side up. So let's see what else we got. Let's do this one. That's kind of cool, huh? But our paper is not that long, so I'm going to put that in there, and then that will help me figure out where I need to fold and cut. So if it's about there, okay, and then I want to take this off, and I want to take this off so we can make it the size that will accommodate that, right? We need to make it just a smidge smaller. Okay, like this. Yep. Okay. Yep, that'll work. And then we want to put it down here. Perfect. And this way it should be right side up because I'm leaving it in there. Oh, but I want this to go below there. So there. And there. Okay, let's glue this one, and then I'll show you my twist. Now, pretty much what Rachel did after this is she just decorated them with labels and any ephemera she had, or any elements for ephemera that she had. And I don't necessarily like to decorate until I know what journal it's going in. You know that. And because these are all kind of the same color, I can adjust them to go in different colored journals if I decorate them when I make that journal. So oh, is that right side up? Yes. Whew. Oh my goodness. Okay. So that's basically it. So I'm going to save some of these because I'm going to show you something. The page numbers I want to save because I use those for the journals when I'm decorating a page. These are plain. These are plain. And you have to start making decisions. I figured that out of what you're going to keep and what you're not going to keep. Anything that's too small, I just don't keep anymore. That's all there is to it. And these are all good for collaging, which I'll show you something in just a minute. Anyways, if you take one of these and you want to make writing space on it, you can take all your pieces here and let's fold them in half or around half. I do this all the time on pages in my journals because I don't want to waste the paper. It's good paper just because I tore it off. It's good blank writing paper. Okay, so then what I would do is I would just take them, line them up, and give us some writing space on the back. So I would just start in the middle somewhere and collage them on there to make writing space. Anyways, I have kept like all my Rachel's weekly challenges that I did last year, and I labeled them and what they were called, and I kept them in a separate box. And I thought that I would go ahead and put together an idea journal and put all those in, and I wanted to be able to reference them. So I needed to get the journal made. And so, yeah. So, and there's no real decorating pages because we'll be using, as we get ideas for making pockets and whatever, that's how we'll decorate that journal. How cool is that? I know a lot of people take regular journals that already have pockets in that, and I may put pockets in it. I haven't really given it all that much thought, pockets and belly bands and stuff, but the idea is to not put those in. See, now you have writing space on the back. Is that cool? I think it is. Okay, and then say like you wanted to decorate these. I mean, we could do these as well, but say you wanted to decorate it. Let's see what we have in our drawer. Well, I like this one too. Maybe we'll put something on the back of this. I've got this is a part of that book that I think we can just put a piece of that right there. And we'll see if I have any like elements in my drawer that we could decorate these with and make them look kind of a little different. You could round these corners or do whatever you want, but I'm going to wait. So let me see what I have in my drawer. I do have papers left from this girl. See, if you put that on there and cover up that pink flower, it totally changes the card. I don't know that I want to do that. Let's see. Oh, you know what I have though? I have these hearts. Eh. This is from Amy's. I love this. This is from Amy's Digital. I like that one, I think. We could even use a heart to keep this kind of blue color going. Let me see what else we have in here. I've got collage papers here that we could use. Maybe if I turn them sideways. Oh, I like this one. Oh, I like it. I'm just looking to see if I have different papers that I might like any better. I thought I had some blue, you know, the security envelopes. I thought I had some blue in here. Oh, I also have pretty sunflowers. Okay, let's go with this one. I like this. Let's get some, see if I have labels or something like that that would kind of match. That's kind of big, huh? I really like this. Yeah, because I think this covers up the flower too much. I don't know. Let's just keep looking. Oh, this is longer. I like the shorter one. Here's blue. I think I like it without the heart, honestly, because I like that teacup showing through. Okay, so this one looks good. Now let's figure out this one. We've got flowers. It is more floral. But I don't know that I want to take away from the flower that's already there. That's kind of pretty, but I don't know now that if I really love that. And I've used so many of these flowers that I don't know. Um, oh, that's kind of pretty, huh? I really think this looks good over here with this in the background, and then that makes this look too big. So let's see what else we have. We've got to have something else that would look really cool on there. How about that? That looks really cool on there, although here's a green one that would look really pretty, huh? Oh, I like it. Okay, I guess that does it. Thank you, Rachel. Okay, so let's, all that decision making. And this one, I think I'm not going to cut this out, so I'm going to color that in, and I'm going to use, I think, E51. Yes. So I'll fast forward you while I do this. Okay, so that was a Copic alcohol marker E51 called Milky White. And all I did was go around the outside that I had, because I kiss cut, I don't fussy cut, and in here, so I didn't have to cut that out. And it just turns it more of a creamier color. So let's put our label down first. And we'll put our flower down. And then we will put our butterfly down. Like, should we go this way? Should we go this way? I think we should go that way. Beautiful. Then I'm going to take, this is a multi-liner, pigment liner. It's a 0.2. And I'm just going to draw some antennae right there. And I love it. And we have writing space. So how's that? Okay, in this one, we just want to distress everything. Okay, based on time, I think that's going to be all we can really accomplish with this. And so let me show you what we did. We went ahead and took these papers and wrapped them around some book page. And then so these are ready to be decorated. And these two, we went ahead and put some backing paper on them so that they can be journaled on, and we decorated them. So they're large journaling cards that Rachel made from her glue pages back here and scraps. So that's that. So I'm going to go ahead and do a flip through of the uh, little envelope journal that I made, and we will call this a video. Hi everybody, it's Tommy Jo from Bird Street Studio, and I'm here to show you a little journal that I just made. I was working on it. I fell in love with these envelope journals, and I had made the two. The last one I made was the peacock, and then I had some of these digitals left, and I thought I should just use these to make another envelope journal. It takes me a few days to make one if I work on it constantly, which I love. And I thought I would just kind of take you through a flip through of this one. So this journal measures, let's see, it's about 9 3/4 inches tall by a little over 4 1/8 inch wide, not quite 4 1/4. And they're number 10 envelopes, and when I get them I save them, and I get different sizes, so I just picked 10 of similar sizes, and I did show you how I've made it. So this is just going to be a flip through. So basically I did cover the spine area with some muslin and some lace, and I made some French knots going along here just to kind of pretty it up a little bit. It's tied with a blue ribbon, satin, through eyelets on the front and the back. So when you open it up, the first, and these are all envelopes connected together. So the first one has a pocket right here, and it's got a journaling card. Looks like I need to just, this will be a good time for me to go through and see if there's anything I need to fix, right? So this is a journaling card. It says life happens here, and it's made out of a cardboard box. Like, I think these were cereal boxes. And you know that in past videos I showed you how I peel off the writing part because it's shiny, and if I want to collage on it excuse me, if I want to collage on it, it adds a thickness, so I peel that layer off. I mean, you could collage over it, but this would be really stiff. So that just slides right in there. So there's a lot of journaling space in here, even though I've put pictures all over the place. And then in this pocket, not every page has a pocket, but in this pocket I have another journaling card, and this I backed with some lined paper. So cute. And a lot of these are just collage because I didn't have necessarily all full-size sheets. I had a couple of full-size sheets that had characters on it, and then the rest were some scraps. So there's a layer under here of some embroidered digitals that I had that were mine, and then I just used scraps to collage on, and I just love this. And I distressed all the edges of all the pages in Faded Jeans Distress ink. This is a flip out for journaling. And in this pocket, we have a journaling card. Look how cute. And these are the flowers from my Plenty of Peonies. And again, I backed it with lined paper. And on this page, these little die cuts I got from Mitzi at 307 Junk Journals. She sent those to me in Happy Mail. They're so pretty. And in this pocket, I have a paper pad. Isn't that cute? I just have it stapled with tiny staples there. And over here we have a pocket, and it has a fold over card in it with a really cute flamingo on there. And here we have a Rita Donnelly flip. We have a tag. And oh, I was going to show you too, on this page we've got this pocket, but we also have this whole page is a pocket. So I'm going to turn it sideways a little bit so I can pull it out for you because it's a long one. And this has a tag in there for journaling. And of course we have this tag again. Then over here we have a little pocket with a little tiger. And then here we have a really cute tag with a little cow in there. And in this pocket, what I did is I had some extra little pictures, so I mounted them on some manila cardstock, and I made little journaling cards to tuck in that pocket. And over here on this side, in this pocket, we have a tag. And it's just a collage tag. It looks like I didn't distress the back of this. And it's got a just muslin tie. Some finishing touches. And this heart right here, this is the digital paper. I actually went into my computer and made a mask for that heart. And pulled the paper in, and then this flower is from Plenty of Peonies, and this is a tag that I collaged, and it's got some peonies in the back. And over here, we've got a pocket with the cutest tag in here. Look at this. And this has a fabric topper on it. And I stamped a background just on a piece of cardstock. I stamped in brown ink and then put the picture on top. I had a lot of those little pictures left. I had made the journal, the original journal, just before Christmas. And so these were leftover bits and pieces. And then this is the back. And back here, I've got just a folded piece of paper for journaling. However, I made a little belly band right here, and it's got a tag behind it. Is that cute? And that's it. That's our little envelope journal. And I absolutely love it. I am going to put this in my Etsy shop. I've got to take a few days to update my Etsy shop. And so if you want to look for it in there, you can do that. Anyways, if you get a minute, I think in my last video or a couple of videos before, I suggested that when you visit somebody's channel and before you start watching the video, hit the like button, and that supports their channel. If you absolutely hate the video, you can unlike it. But if you hit the like or the thumbs up, that just shows them that you've supported their channel. So if you could, take a minute, hit my like button, thumbs up. Thank you so much for my subscribers, past, present, and future. And if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Ring the bell if you want to notice when I upload new content. And I just started this year participating in Amy's 50 stack challenge. I hope that I can do every week. So maybe support me in that one too. Thank you so much, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.